Revelation 2495. From the 4th of October 1942. Matter and Spirit. Visible and invisible creations. Spirit and matter are opposites insofar as the spiritual unites while matter dissolves. Spirituality escapes from form, but matter itself dissipates, that is, its substances dissipate and disperse in the spiritual kingdom. Thus matter has gone the way of all earthly things, for it is without continuance. It passes away as soon as the spiritual substance in it no longer needs it. The divine creative will, however, lets new works of creation rise again and again from these spiritual substances. Thus the material world, that is the creation visible to the human being, will never cease to exist because the spiritual has to cover its course of development in it. But there are also invisible creations, that is those in which the spiritual does not need a solid cover, thus is no longer bound in matter. These creations are spiritual structures which can therefore only be seen spiritually and which are therefore only inhabited by beings which have reached such a degree of maturity that they are able to see spiritually. These creations are different from those of the material world. They would be declared non-existent by people on earth because they are not tangible or visible to them, yet they are in closest connection with the visible world. For from these worlds the earth, that is its inhabitants, are spiritually influenced to overcome matter as such and to place themselves into a state which can be achieved regardless of matter. Whatever comes from this spiritual kingdom will always point towards separating from matter, thus to seek union with mature spiritual and to despise matter as worthless, because transient. For the striving for matter makes the human being incapable of looking into that spiritual kingdom and thus also incapable of dwelling in an invisible world. The material world is a world of struggle, the spiritual world a world of peace. Matter is material, formed from spiritual substances which have not yet recorded any course of development but are now beginning to do so, thus being assigned a task by God to be an envelope for the spiritual striving upwards for as long as it is needed. But at the bottom of it all matter is God's once emanated strength which God's will let become form in order to redeem the fallen spiritual substance through it. Amen.